Okay, everybody, it's an exciting day today because I get to do something that I'm really excited about. For this, I wore my most Katherine Sabbath worthy outfit. It's not chic, but it's colorful. Anyway, I'm wearing it in honor of what I'm doing this week. Inspired by this new book I got. So I wanted to do an animation featuring some of her creations because they're just so cute, and I was inspired, and I reached out and she said yes. She said I could do it. So awesome. I'm gonna do it. And check out this little guy. He's the cutest koala, pretty darn cute, and I am going to make him with fondant, and I'm going to create a whole animation around him and some of the treats that are featured in this beautiful book. Bake Australia, great pictures, a lot of fun recipes and whatnot. You should just go buy a copy because it's a lot of fun. Look at it. How cute is she? Just take a minute to subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment with any questions or any video ideas that you might have. All right, I just finished my coffee. I got a lot of energy. Should get to it right now. Okay, so here I've got a little fondant mixed up with some Tylose, and the Tylose is just so that I can make it set a little harder, a little faster. So I'm going to make the koala, and he's a really simple shape, luckily. He's just sort of a pill shape. So basically that's his whole body. Really cute. And then I'm using my balling tool to make some indentations on the side for where his legs are going to be once he's all dry. Typically, if I was making this to be stationary on a cake, I would set this up so that I would make the body and the legs all at one time. But since I need the legs to be able to move for the animation, I have to have the legs and his body dry separately. But otherwise, you could just attach the legs right when you're making the figurine and probably have some wires going through his legs down into the styrofoam dummy. Okay, and then the same for his arms. So he's got some pretty big ears. I'm just figuring out the size that I want. Lots of times what I do is when I figure about the size, I will roll a ball of fondant and then I'll cut it in half. That way I know they're about equal size. Okay, and the centers of his ears are pink. Just use a little water to adhere the pink onto the blue. Press that in. And I always keep a little bit of cornstarch somewhere on my surface because oftentimes when I attach things with water, it can get a little sticky. And so if I just dip my finger in the cornstarch, it gets rid of the stick once I'm ready to place it. And I'm making a little divot so it fits the contour of his head. And then add a little water. And then just use your tool to press his ear down into the fondant. So I've just cut a little piece of 18 gauge floral wire. I'm just going to push it through the center of his arm sockets to hold on his arms. If I were doing this for a figurine to go on a cake, I would attach them with some water at this point, but for the animation, they need to be movable, so I just have a little shortening to hold them on, vegetable shortening. Okay, so when I think about how I need his legs to be for the animation, I need there to be some stability, so I think the best way I can do it is to have his legs go up through a toothpick into his side socket, like this. So in order to do that, I have to make his legs slide up through the toothpick like this. Like that. And then I'll have to let him dry on his little stilts without really attaching the legs with water or anything. And that way I'll be able to pull him apart when he's all dry, and then his legs will be able to move and he'll be able to stand when I need him to stand. So he'll have these little sticks. Okay, and then I just need to add some texture and then let him dry and he'll be all ready to go. Okay, so I'm gonna make a little easel for Koala's little cook book. So that's why I mixed in the Tylose, so that it will dry rigid and quicker. So I just need 3 supporting legs, and then I'm going to need a crossbar to hold the book, but I don't know exactly how long I need it to be. So I'm gonna leave it long and I can cut it down later. So now we just set things aside to dry. And we'll be able to assemble it all later. So now to assemble his little easel, I've got some chocolate melting over here in my little handy dandy mini crock pot. And I'm just going to add a touch of chocolate. I've got some freeze spray here. I'm gonna bless that real quick. To add the third leg, I'm just adding a little more chocolate to the top. And there you go. And then to add a little holder for the book and make it a little bit shorter. And there you go, his little easel.